Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Idioms 260. The idiom today is to fall on deaf ears. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If something that you are telling someone falls on deaf ears, it means that information is being ignored. Yeah, it basically means they don't want to hear it. So we could see where the origin comes from. Obviously, they can really hear what you're saying. They just don't want to hear what you're saying. So they make their ears deaf. So that's why we say it falls on deaf ears, because we know they won't listen to you. They ignore you. So that's what we mean by this phrase. So again, it's kind of a humorous way to express this idea that it doesn't matter what you say to somebody, then they don't plan on listening to you. We often use it with complaints. Like complaints will fall on deaf ears. Pleas for help will fall on deaf ears. Advice, you could give somebody advice, but they don't really want to listen to it. So your advice could fall on deaf ears. So we especially use it with things like this. Okay, let's look at, we have 4 examples here. Example number 1. We sent letters to our congressman about this issue, but our cries for help fell on deaf ears. Yes, so they sent a lot of complaints, but nothing was done. Nothing happened. Nothing came about. All right, let's look at number 2. I have often tried to give her advice, but all of my suggestions fell on deaf ears. So maybe you tried to give this person advice a lot, and you thought they should have took it, but really maybe they never really wanted to take it. They never took it, and probably maybe this ended up with a bad result. So you're saying, well, you tried to warn them, you tried to help them, but they wouldn't listen. All your advice fell on deaf ears. Okay, let's look at number 3. It doesn't matter how many names you put on that petition. Most of Congress is bought and paid for. Your pleas fall on deaf ears because they only care about who is giving them political donations. All right, so remember, a lot of times even the government itself has a lot of petitions. There's a website where you can sign up. You get so many names, then they're supposed to respond to it. Well, a lot of times those things fill up with a lot of names. They don't always give you a real response. They don't really always address it. But they do have a website where you can do it. But, a lot of times, even some things with a lot of names sometimes ends up falling on deaf ears. Okay, good. And the last one here, number 4. That company already made up its mind, meaning it already decided. Maybe you can't change it anymore. Even if you send in 1,000 complaints, they will fall on deaf ears. So you send a lot more complaints. They made up their mind already. It's not likely it's going to change. Everything you say to them is falling on deaf ears. They refuse to listen to it. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.